What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. And I hope that my sound is good. It's been acting up, so I really hope this sound is good. But this is your Black History Month Fact Day number 12. I hope my numbers are right. I feel like I owe y'all more than 3, but I'm gonna get caught up. Anyway, today we're going to talk about the Montford Point Marines. I don't know if you guys know about them, but the opportunity for African Americans to enlist and serve in the Marine Corps came in 1942. As the Corps began to recruit qualified African American men, the men who enlisted in response completed recruiting training at Montford Point, North Carolina, during a time and place where racism and segregation were a part of everyday life. Between 1942 and 1949, approximately 20,000 African American men completed recruiting training and became known as the Montford Point Marines. Despite the challenges presented to those Montford Point Marines, their valor and performance in Palau, Iwo Jima, the Chosin Reservoir, Vietnam, and more paved the way for our present integrated armed forces. So my grandfather was a Montford Point Marine, and he was actually a part of those troops that came through between 1942 and 1949. My grandfather served in the Cold War, and the Montford Point Marines. He told me stories of the racism and how bad things were going through training down in North Carolina. They would dig these pits, and like he gave me, this is one example where they would dig these pits and they would send the black troops in to clear the pits out of snakes and other things that you would find when you dig too deep into the earth. um and that was just an example. I mean, of course, they got the worst. They were just treated not so great. Um, Under President Barack Obama, they received, I want to say it was the Congressional Medal of Honor. My grandmother actually has my grandfather's because he had already passed. My grandfather passed when in 1996. So of course he wasn't there to get it, but my aunt has it now. When my grandmother died, my aunt has possession of it. So they were recognized, but for a long time they didn't get the same recognition as like the Tuskegee Airmen or what have you. And I remember my grandfather, they're the Montford Point Marine organization, and I remember they would get together and they would have cookouts and they would take bus trips to like football games and things like that. And so I always grew up knowing the name Montford Point, but I didn't know the significance of Montford Point until I became an adult. Like they didn't talk about, oh, well, we were the first Black Marines, but they definitely had a brotherhood, and a lot of them kept in touch, and a lot of them, families. Like I said, we would have big cookouts. I know every year they would go to like a Redskins game. So yeah, that's my personal connection to the Montford Point Marines. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Put it in the comments. Peace.